Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to let a couple more people get on. If you have any questions, put in the chat. Put in the chat where you're from, where you're tuning in from. I normally just start, but I'm trying something different this year. I'm going to let the room get full. Not full, but let more people join before I get started. But also, if you're coming in on a replay, comment replay in the chat. And regardless if you're here live or doing a replay, go ahead and put your comments in the chat because we check them often. So if you're on a replay, go ahead and ask your questions. If you want to, get more information towards the end, just comment. Just put in the comments, and we will respond. So I'm gonna get started in about 1 more minute. But in the meantime, put where you're from in the chat. Put where you're from in the chat. I would love to know our audience, because sometimes when I'm putting the daily tax laws and the daily updates, I can target states. So put where you're from. Put where you're from in the chat. I'm so excited. Welcome to is this our first live of the year? This our second. Yeah, welcome to our second live of the year. We're going to start back going live weekly. We have so much in store for you, tax pros. While we're waiting, if anybody you already know what you want. You've been waiting. You can join our wait list. Our mentorship will open up, I think in June, but we have opened up the wait list. I know how many seats we have, so just join the wait list before it gets full, because it's already about a little bit over half full. So if you ever wanted to, wonder how to work with us, to work with me, our mentorship program will be opening back up in June. So get on the wait list now, because the wait list, you'll be the first to know when we open up. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Erica Jones. I'm a tax business coach and mentor, strategist, advisor, whatever you want to call it. I'm just glad that you could join me today for this essential training. I know that we're all feeling, the crunch of tax season. So today, let's dive into some actionable strategies. Some actionable strategies. Do y'all know what that means? What is actionable strategies? Put in a comment. When you hear actionable strategies, what does that mean? Because I'm not one of those coaches where, I'm just going to teach you something. I want you to implement it. I want you to execute it ASAP. Execution and implementation is key to me. Actionable strategies for today's training. These are strategies that will help you to not only survive the next few weeks, but actually thrive. Okay. Now, I've been a tax professional. I've been in the tax industry. I've been in the tax, whatever you want to call it. I've been here in the tax industry for 15 years. Okay. And let me tell you that I've definitely been there. I know about the sleepless nights, the mountain of paperwork, but with time, I developed strategies. I put systems in place. Systems doesn't always mean literally. I don't know. People think that when they hear systems, they think when you hear systems, what comes to mind? When you hear the word systems, what comes to mind? Put in the chat. When you hear systems, what comes to mind? What's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear systems? Systems isn't always literally like, it's not always a system. It's sometimes systems can mean strategies. Anything that will help to turn your chaos into manageable processes. Okay. So I want to help you develop systems that I've developed systems over my 15 years of experience in this industry, I've developed systems that have turned my chaos into a manageable process, okay? Whether I have a team or whether I don't. Because let's be real, sometimes you can be fully staffed and you will really see how it feels to be a CEO and not operating as a solopreneur, right? So whether you are, fully staffed, delegated your tasks, good to go, or hey, turnover. It's hard to find a dedicated team, a producing team, right? So it might take you 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. You might have a 5 year streak of operating as a CEO, and then all of a sudden, crash, right? COVID caused a lot of people to get comfortable with remote work, right? So you could have had a crash then. But if you have processes and systems in place, it doesn't matter. Having a team is great. That's your goal. But what about those that don't have a team yet? You know, you need to have a system in place to turn your chaos into manageable process, okay? And that's what I want to share with y'all today, okay? So today, my objective is to give you the tools to streamline your workload and manage client expectations like a pro. And most importantly, to take care of yourself so you can make it through this surge with it and keep your sanity intact, right? We're not here to lose our mind, right? So first up, triage, okay? Think of it like a tax return emergency room, okay? You need a quick way to assess incoming clients and returns. You need ask yourself when you intake a client and you assess their return. Ask yourself, is this a simple return or a complex one? Right? Ask yourself, when is the actual due date? Right? Including extensions. And ask yourself, how organized is this client? How organized are they? Right? I suggest categorizing your clients: green, yellow, red. Why green, yellow, red? When it comes to organizing your clients and you hear green, yellow, red, what comes to mind? When you got a clients, stack of clients, and you organize them green, yellow, red, what comes to mind? Put in the chat. Put in the comments. Green, yellow, red. When it comes to organizing your clients, what comes to mind? Green is urgent. Yellow requires attention. And red can wait. Okay? You're going to adjust this based on your own workflow. Okay? Based on your own workflow. Okay? Don't get overwhelmed by a massive tax return. Okay? Break that tax return down. Don't run from tax returns that are different. Break it down. Okay? You're going to schedule the K1s first, then the deductions. Tackle it logically and celebrate your small victories. Do not beat yourself up on, okay, I got this stack down. Okay, this one next. No, celebrate the small victories, okay? Communication is key. Communication is key to avoid the last minute meltdown, okay? I can't stress that enough. You got to communicate with your clients, okay? Now, weeks ago, you should have set reminders about deadlines and what information you need, okay? It's going to weed out your procrastinators. Have you sent out reminders to your clients who just in the dust. Let's say you have 100 clients in your software, but you've only accepted 40. You still got 60 clients. You got 60 clients. You have their email address. Whether they did an estimate or whatever, if they just waiting, you don't know. Or somebody got on your calendar and they didn't show, but they're busy. Everybody just gets on your calendar. It's not that they don't want you to do their text. They do. Sometimes they need reminders because they're busy. And they getting on your calendar, they're serious. Okay? So now you got their email address. What do? Send out reminders about deadlines and what information you need. That's how you weed out the procrastinators, okay? The ones that are worth your time and not worth your time. Okay? All right. So now it's crunch time. Okay? You got to set boundaries. You got to set boundaries. You got to let your clients know that your availability has reduced and the best way to reach you. Set boundaries. This is your tax business. You are the CEO. When you set boundaries, it's going to protect your time, protect your sanity, protect you to allow you to be a person, to be a mother, to be a wife, to be a fiance, to be a girlfriend, to be a friend, to be a daughter, to just be a person. Protect your time, set boundaries. Yes, you work from home. Yes, you have a brick and mortar, yes, you have a whatever your situation, mobile, taxes, whatever. This is your business. You have to protect your time. Okay? Y'all, I live by templates. Oh my God. I live by templates. I swear by template emails. Go ahead and have your emails pre-written for things like missing document requests. It's a lifesaver. Your intake, how are you intaking your clients? Do you have an intake email template? Okay, how about this one? Okay, yeah, you've gotten their quote. You transmitted their return. They waiting on a date. Now what? Are you just emailing them a copy of their return? Or do you have a template? Do you have a template where you shooting your shot? Where you talk, here's your return, but here's my referral program. Oh, don't forget to Google me. Google my business. What are your templates? All right. So let's make your work life easier. Checklists and tech are your besties. Time to work smarter, not harder. It's time, y'all. Nothing slips through the cracks if you have a document checklist. If you have a checklist of your documents, nothing will slip through the crack. Okay? You need checklists of your processes. And that way, when you hire people, you're duplicating yourself. Are y'all utilizing the features of me when I used to go live last year? Because I literally did one on SOPs and the importance of having them in place. You need to document your processes. It's going to make hiring so much easier because working on your business and not in your business, that's a different conversation for a different day. But I do have that recording. The feature, when you first join this group, go look at the feature. That's all my old trainings. That's all of the tax laws updates. Y'all need to have a checklist of your processes and tech in place. Do you have an email? Do you have a website? Like, what is your tech? What do you have? Professional tech software? Like, what is your tech stack? Okay. Checklists and techs are your besties. Okay. Do you have a checklist? Nothing will slip through the cracks of your process. Have your list tailored for each return type. So you can ask, so you can ask for the right information up front. Okay? Your tax software is powerful. Learn its time-saving features because it can be an eye-opener. I know ours has quick file, where you can file tax return in 5 minutes. You just do different, you just label the scenarios, and no matter what type of client, you already have it ready, right? What about an app? Do you have an app that automatically sends appointment reminders? Even small automations will free up your brain space. And it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. What is an app that will automatically send appointment reminders? So you don't have to hire someone to, let's say if you have an appointment on Tuesday, you don't have to hire somebody to make sure on Monday they're reaching out to your appointments, or to make sure on Friday they're reaching out to your appointments for the week. What is an app that'll automatically send appointment reminders? Because small automations will free up your brain space. Put it in the chat. What is the app? Think, y'all. What is the app that will auto send appointment reminders? And it's free. Calendly. Calendly. Calendly has so much automation, it's retarded. Calendly has workflows, automations. You don't have to hire anybody to set appointment reminders. They send text messages and email appointments. And your potential or current clients can confirm if they'll make the appointment. So you'll know, okay, so I need, because you know, oh Lord, I live around my calendar, right? That's my day, my calendar. That determines my day. So if they didn't confirm that they'll be available, I don't take that appointment serious. I'm not about to pay someone to call you and say, hey, you have an appointment tomorrow. Are you gonna make it? No. Calendly Calendly will email and text them, and they'll tell them to confirm their availability. And they can reschedule and everything. We gotta stay sane. It's all a mental game. It's a mind over matter. Okay? You cannot neglect yourself. Don't neglect yourself. We tend to focus on clients, focus on clients, focus on clients, focus on clients. But you are the most important asset. Burnout is real. Burnout is real. I had a burnout probably a month ago. My body shut down. I disappeared for 2 weeks, probably 3 weeks. It was 3 weeks. My body shut down. Burnout is real. You don't want your body to shut down. Okay? Recognize the signs of burnout. Okay? Irritability. If your thinking starts to get fuzzy, that means you're pushing yourself too hard. And it will backfire in the long term. Like when I tell you, I got a lot going on, right? I don't just, I got a lot going on in the tax industry, right? So for my body to shut down for 3 weeks, that was a hot mess. It was a mess. Avoid burnout. Okay? You are the most important asset. Work in blocks. Work in blocks. Do not try 12-hour work days. I'm telling you, I stopped it. After my body shut down, I was like, if it doesn't get done, there's always tomorrow. I'm trying to make it to tomorrow. Don't kill yourself. You are your most important asset. Do focus blocks. Don't do 12-hour work days. Do focus blocks. Then force yourself to take breaks, even if it's a short walk. Okay? You have to celebrate your wins. If you filed a complex return, go treat yourself. These little boosts will help you to stay motivated. All right, now, questions. Time to tackle your questions. Put your questions in the chat. Put your questions in the chat. We will respond to them daily. If you catching the replay, still put your comments in the chat. We monitor the chats, and we always have some great ones that come in, throughout the week, and we still will answer your questions, and it'll help us to create more lives. Your questions are valuable. It helps us to create more live trainings. Okay. So let's recap. Remember, triage, communicate clearly, and use your tech. And most importantly, take care of you. If you want growth, even during the busiest time, book a free, even during the busiest time. If you want growth, even during the busiest time, book a free 30-minute session now. We have this. Look, spots fill up because I'm always on my posts. I'm always saying, hey, schedule a free session, schedule a consultation, schedule this, schedule strategy. So spots are filling up. Comment strategy to secure your 30-minute free session. Free. You want growth. Only if you want growth. Only if you want growth during a busy time like right now. It's March. If you want growth during the busy time or during the slow time, it's not slow time, it's go time. Book your 30-minute free 30-minute strategy session. Free 30-minute session. I'm going to say strategy. Book your free 30-minute session now. Okay? Spots fill up. Just comment strategy to secure yours. I was going to give you my email address, but emailing me, I'm just keeping it real. Emailing me, I'm still gonna send you a link to book a session. So just book your 30-minute session now. Just comment strategy, and I'll comment back with a link to my calendar to book your strategy session. Okay. I wish you all a smooth rest of your tax season. Put your comments in the chat. Put your questions in the chat. If you're commenting on a replay, put replay. And let's have I wish you a smooth rest of the tax season. I'm Tax Coach Erica, and thank